Thanks.
How are you staying sharp? You're teaching now, right, in Oconomowoc?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm the general manager of an indoor simulator facility. So teaching is a part of that as well, aside from staffing and just kind of running the bar area. So yeah.
So where are you playing to stay sharp?
Yeah, so we live up in Hartford. We used to live nice and close to my work, but I think we made the smart decision and moved closer to my wife's work at Erin Hills. So we live up in Hartford, and we joined Hartford Golf Club last year. They had a really good special going on, so we joined up there, and between there and Washington County, try to get a lot of good practice in. So
But practice with the buddies and stuff isn't quite tournament golf. So I mean,
Yeah.
what were your expectations coming in?
yeah, probably a little. I was going through the summer. I played in a few section events throughout the summer, and for the first time in my life, I was struggling with putting a lot. I was just feeling shaky over the 3-footers and missing a few of them, and started just kind of racking my brain on what I could do to help fix that, and actually ended up looking at the hole now inside of 5 feet or so. So taking the focus away from looking at the ball and just focusing on the goal of putting it in the hole. So when I was younger, growing up playing in high school and everything, I was always a spot putter, meaning I didn't use a line on the ball. And since then I've started using the line, but now kind of going back to my roots, and it paid off today for sure. I don't think I had a missed putt, or even a scared lip in or anything like that from inside 5 feet. So the putting felt really solid today, which was it's like the monkey's off my back for that, because I was really trying to drill it in for the last 2 weeks, and just trying to get whatever was going on in my head, that negative thoughts about instead of standing over a 4-footer and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna miss this, let's drill it back of the cup. And so that was really nice today. Once I saw the first couple of those go in, just stopped thinking about it and just focused on playing my game.
Do you look at the hole on just short putts?
Just the short ones, yeah. Okay. Yep. So I still do use the line on kind of those, from like 5 to 10 feet. I still do the spot putting. I don't use the line, but instead of looking at the hole, just because that would crane my neck a little bit too much, I'm just picking the spot that I picked from behind the ball. I'm looking at that. I'm focusing on that. So, and then everything outside, I'm still using the line, just because I feel like I can make a good enough stroke when I'm taking it back a little bit further and focusing on the acceleration through the ball. Because when you get on fast greens like this, it's easy to decel through that putt. And once you do that, once it gets offline, it's just going to keep running, wherever the green wants to take it. So,
how weird did that feel at first? Because it's an adjustment.
It sure is. It still feels a little weird, honestly. But if it's not broke, don't fix it. And so, even if it feels weird, obviously my stroke is in a good spot, and that's all that really matters. So I'm just kind of trusting it right now. Yeah.
Where were you during the delay on the course, and what did you do when you came back? How did it impact you?
Yeah, I think it took a little bit of the wind out of the sails. A weather delay can have one of two effects. If you got a bad round going, it can help you hit the reset button, and if you got the good round going, it's hard to pick back up on that momentum. So, the only putt inside of 10 feet that I missed today was my first shot coming out of the rain delay. So I was on hole number 10 there, and I was trying to find putts on the putting green to match up that putt, and it just had a little more break in it than I was expecting. But it can have a positive or negative effect on anybody. I don't think it had a negative effect on me. If I was still in my stride and everything, I think I would have had a better chance to make that putt. But I'm not putting that on the weather delay.
And you saw Cam's number, so you knew where.
Yeah, yep. And Cam's a great player too. He was kind of the first one when I busted onto the Wisconsin golf scene when we moved here 3 years ago up at Century World. So I recognize that name too. And yeah, I was at that time, 5 under through 9, and had that little putt on 10 to stay there. I think there's birdies to be had on this course, and actually playing the practice round yesterday, we were just talking about, like we do, what do you think the winning number out here is going to be? And I didn't even give a number. I just said I think it's going to be whoever makes the least bogeys. There's just some spots out here that if you're missing fairways in the wrong spot, or you miss the green in the wrong spot, it can turn into a bogey or a double real quick. Especially that late front 9 with all the water on the Meadow Valleys here. So we'll see. Obviously the river, I think, from the eye test, is a little bit of a tougher course. We'll see how they have it set up tomorrow. I was looking through some of the pins, and if you hit good shots, every course is easy, right? So it's just trying to do that. It's once managing your misses and keeping the ball in play and in front of you. And I think that's what I did really well today. Even on my misses, it was still manageable. So.
Have you played the river yet?
Yeah, I played a practice round on Wednesday. I played it years ago too, but I didn't really recall it too well. So I came back up here on Wednesday and played it.
So the Wisconsin State Fair takes place in August. College football returns, and you seem to be now playing well every August
Yeah.
in the State Open. Is it too
Yeah.
early to say that, though?
No, yeah, I mean, no, I'm very happy with my round today, and if I can just keep that momentum going, then I'll be in a good spot. But yeah, I'm ready for college football season too. It's one of my favorite times.
Oh,
of year.
is it really?
Yeah. But it seems to, even when I was playing full time, that late summer would kind of be when I was getting into my form, and I think that's just working out of the winter, not practicing as much, and you go back to your bad habits,
Yeah.
and then you start practicing the other way, and maybe get over exaggerated on those, trying to fix those, and then now it's kind of where it's meeting in the middle for me.
And you grew up in Michigan?
I did, yeah.
Grand Rapids?
Grand Rapids. You
Your
got
brother
it.
was an All-American quarterback.
He was. He's getting inducted to the Hillsdale Hall of
Hillsdale?
Fame coming up. So
Chester Marco's
Yeah.
alma mater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Do you have a football background too?
No, I played growing up because my dad was our elementary school coach for 25 years. He coached all my siblings and loved it growing up. And then just once I got to high school, I played my freshman year, and I was like, well, those 2 days are taking up a little too much golf time, so I went back to the golf.
Yeah.
So Michigan State or Michigan?
Michigan State, yeah, no, yeah,
Okay.
Michigan.
Easy Sparty.
They whoop on us for like football, but basketball we've got their number. And I always say when I was playing on the team at Michigan State, we always had their number in golf. So as long as it stays that way, I did my job
That's
at least.
right.
So.
You went,
Forgot about
you
that.
went twice in college?
Yeah, 3 times in college.
You went
Yep,
3 times,
Three times individually. So yeah,
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Sam, great job.
yeah, appreciate it. Thank